Hi, Svetlana. Good to have your speaking. That was fantastic. And the academic, this is horrible. Um, I assume you absolutely need academic, not general, because it is hard, this one. But let's go through this. Now, we need to get up to the 150, definitely. And let me show you what you could do. So what you have to do is group and compare. So let's think what we could group together. Obviously, this is super big, so this is going to be pretty much on its own. But you could group these three, okay? So you could group and compare. So you could group those, compare them to this. And then you could group the smaller ones and you could contrast them to those ones. So let's just go through. The pie chart demonstrates the amount of crop production in France in 2017. Okay, let's try and think of another more vocabulary so we're not repeating this. Yeah, so the amount of crops which were harvested in France. Okay, in 2017. Yeah, but we're putting in were harvested, which is quite nice, and also a passive verb in there. So overall, the cotton sector was at the most popularity among others in the whole pie chart. Okay, was the most popular. But it's not necessarily popular, so that's how you would do it. But because it was the most productive or was the most plentiful, if you don't know that word, you could have the highest level of production was seen for cotton. You could do it that way around as well. There's different ways you could do that to get your superlative in there. Okay, among the others. Now, really important contrasting word. Whereas, you really want to see these. Whereas, cotton and rice. Okay. Now, it's not interesting. It's successful. Okay. Two of them, plural, were the least successful, not interesting products for French customers. So it's not that the people are buying it, it's what came out of the field, literally. For French farmers, then you could put. That would be nice, well done. Comparing, so, and then stop there. So that's the end of that paragraph. So you'll do 4 paragraphs, 1 line overall. So that's the overview. What can you actually see? And then here you're going to give me 2 more. Comparing. Okay. That's comparing in sugar. Okay. I will start with, how about sugar, wheat, and barley, all grown. It's not quite the same in equal proportions. Good word. And no, I can't do grown. We're all produced in equal portions in the given year. I'm adding words here. Given year. Representing around, so adding words all the time, around or approximately 20%. Yeah, approximately 1/5 of 1/5 each of the total, amounting to over 60% of overall harvest. So do you see what I'm doing? Just grouping these together. They were equal, but here's a nice thing, 1/5 each of the total, and then 60% of the overall. Okay, so it's just a so you've got that sentence, and I've just expanded it to get it even longer. Okay, so the highest percentage of crops showing was cotton, and yeah, I don't think you need that. Okay, and then rather than that, just put and this was, so cotton, referring back, this was X% more than, yeah, this was almost 15% more comparing than the second largest crop, which was sugar at almost or nearly 22%. So I'm just kind of expanding and also connecting the words together. So try and make your sentences a little bit longer. That will help you get the comparisons in there. And then here, new section there. The least proportion of crop harvested was corn, with delivery staying at 1.7 only. And then put this in here. This is more logical. 1.7 only, and this is double the amount, or sorry, half the amount of rice, almost half the amount of rice. So get those together, and then in contrast, yeah. But yeah, or this wasn't. So that would work. Okay, I hope that helps you a little bit, guided you through that. Have a look on the website. You will see. I'll give you a link. Lots of task ones and some sample answers. Just get a feel for the language that's used there. They are tricky, but you will get more confident as you do more and more. Task 2. Some people believe employees should stay in the same job. Others think they should switch. Okay. Employers and human resource officials have been debating whether workers should keep their jobs for a lifelong period, or, wow, excellent, fantastically, very strong, should, need to, great modal verbs, really good start. I strongly believe it's beneficial for people to switch their jobs, benefit people to do something, to I don't really like the word switch. I know it is in the list, but for me it's a little bit informal. I'm going to say to move jobs, because they may become well experienced, I go better experienced, and gets better offers, earn more money, maybe earn more. This essay will analyze key issues. Good, very nice, well done. That's a super start, very strong there. On one hand, there's ample evidence that supports the idea of some human resource officials. So we've had these already, so maybe let's not have them again. Now, the human resource officials are the people who give you the job. So would they think it's positive if everybody leaves all the time? So here's considering positive results from constant resignations. This is due to the fact that employees may gain more work skills by taking on different, challenging, some nice adjectives in there, at different companies, at different, sorry, okay, not different then, taking on varied, you've got it, at different companies. Furthermore, new contracts give a chance for higher negotiations between parties, we would say, between parties, in order to secure. So tell me why this is important. The best candidates for best candidates, or the best and most experienced, best and most qualified candidates. For example, recent research shows that new corners. Newcomers. Russian companies usually receive. Use these keywords. Usually, sometimes, frequently. Receive a more competitive salary. You're comparing competitive salary rather more competitive salary than. Don't need rather. Rather than is different. I'd rather coffee or tea. I prefer coffee rather than tea. But here it's just than they had in the previous workplace. If government keeps to encourage a working society for new starts, then would be able to. Okay, I go second conditional there. Great on the conditional. I was going to say kept. Encouraging, ing, a working society for new starts. They would be able. You can do this, and I think it shows more skill. Would be able to change incomes and show challenging CV. More impressive CV. Nice. Just this bit about human resources. I would have thought human resources would not want resignations. Definitely not constant resignations. It's expensive as well. On the other hand, there are numerous benefits regarding a layoff staff tendency. A maybe not layoff, a more flexible staff negotiations or more flexible staff policy. There are some disadvantages resulting from holding positions for too long. I think I put in there. This is negative because workers may have less knowledge to bring new approaches, ideas, or strategies for a successful future. Good. Furthermore, they may end up as low-paid candidates in an unfulfilling, so just a bit more vocab, new job. Okay, but very nice. You're getting good, as you say. You feel more confident on the vocab. You've got a wider range here, which is really nice. For example, an automobile company, or is this an actual company? Kept old staff and kept old staff for longer and therefore suffered the lowest sales rate in the last year. Okay. You could say kept them for longer, or you could say had a policy of retaining staff. Retaining is keeping. Just a bit more vocab for you there. If governments take no action in showing a decline in numbers, some businesses, due to there are many companies will fade in deals, will fail. I go, good work. So definitely, Svetlana had the second conditional here and the first conditional here. That shows more skill on the grammar, and you can do that. Given comma, I firmly agree that constant resignations will benefit employees and employees in general. Consider that switching will become more popular in the future as work is more flexible and adaptable. Adaptable. Okay, well done. Nice vocab there. That is a good essay. You've done really well there. That's a clear argument. You've come at it from an interesting angle, which I like. You've got examples very clear, and you've given I agree, disagree, firmly agree. Yeah, well done. Good work. Happy with that. Good for you.